You are spending somewhere between 20 and 40 hours every single week doing things that a machine could do for you. Answering the same emails, writing the same social media posts, manually entering data into spreadsheets, building content from scratch every single week. And the painful part? The tools to stop all of that already exist. They are free, or close to free, and they take less than 30 minutes to set up. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 automation workflows that have the single biggest impact on how much time you get back. And I mean real time. Not, oh, this saves me a couple of clicks. I mean hours. Every week. Gone. Automated. Done. We are talking lead capture, email replies, content creation, business reports, and one workflow that runs your entire week on autopilot while you sleep. Stay until number 5, because that one will change how you think about running a business forever. Before we get into the workflows, let me tell you what we are building with. 2 tools, that is it. The first is N8N, pronounced N8N. It is a workflow automation platform. Think of it as the engine that connects all your apps together. It is open source, it is powerful, and the cloud version starts on a free trial. The second is the Claude API. This is Anthropic's artificial intelligence, the same AI that powers some of the most advanced automation systems in the world right now, including, as of December 2025, routing a NASA Mars rover. That is not a joke. That actually happened. Together, these 2 tools, N8N and Claude, can replace tasks that used to require a full team: a virtual assistant, a copywriter, a data analyst, a social media manager. Here are the 5 workflows that will have the biggest impact on your business starting today. Workflow number 1 is content creation, and this is the one that most solo creators cannot believe when they first see it working. Here is how it works. Every Monday morning at 8 a.m., automatically, while you are still asleep, N8N triggers a workflow. It sends a single prompt to the Claude API asking for 7 days of content. Claude returns 7 Instagram captions, 7 short-form video hooks, and a complete newsletter draft. N8N then saves all of that to a Google Drive folder, and if you have Buffer connected, it can schedule every single caption straight to your Instagram account, timed for peak engagement. You wake up on Monday morning. Your entire week of content is already written, already scheduled. You did not touch a single word of it. The magic is in the prompt. You give Claude your brand voice, your niche, your content pillars, and it writes in your style consistently every single week. This one workflow alone gives you 5 hours back every single week. That is 260 hours a year that you just reclaimed. Responding to emails takes the average entrepreneur 2.5 hours every single day. Over a year, that is over 900 hours. That is the equivalent of 22 full working weeks, just on email. Workflow 2 eliminates most of that. Here is how it works. N8N watches your Gmail inbox continuously. The moment a new email arrives, it reads the subject and the body. It filters out newsletters and no reply senders automatically. For every real email, it sends the content to Claude. Claude reads the email, understands the intent, and drafts a professional reply in your brand voice. The whole thing happens in under 60 seconds. Now, here is the important part. You have full control over the safety setting. You can set it to auto-send simple replies and save complex emails as drafts for your review. So you are never fully out of the loop, but you are also never starting from a blank email again. Customers who email at 3 a.m. get a professional response within minutes. That kind of response time builds credibility that money cannot buy. Studies show that entrepreneurs lose 40% of their leads just from forgetting to follow up. Not because the leads were bad, not because the product was wrong, just because life got in the way and no one followed up in time. Workflow 3 ends that problem permanently. Every time someone fills in your contact form or reaches out through any channel, N8N captures their details instantly. It sends the message to Claude, which reads it and scores the lead from 1 to 10 based on their purchase intent: hot, warm, or cold. All of that data, the name, email, message, lead score, and category, gets automatically entered into your Google Sheets CRM, even at 3 a.m., even when you are on holiday. And here is the part that genuinely changes businesses. If a lead scores 8 or higher, You get an instant Gmail alert. A hot lead never sits uncontacted for more than a few minutes again. The difference between responding to a hot lead in 5 minutes versus 5 hours, research shows the 5-minute response is 100 times more likely to result in a sale. 100 times. That is what this workflow does. Most entrepreneurs have no idea how their business actually performed last week. They have a rough feeling. Maybe they remember a few sales, but they do not know the numbers with clarity, and you cannot grow what you do not measure. Workflow 4 fixes this. Completely, automatically. Every Monday morning at 8 a.m., N8N springs to life. It pulls your sales data from Gumroad. It reads your key metrics from your Google Sheet. Follower growth, email subscribers added, revenue versus target. It combines everything. Then it sends all of that to Claude, and Claude, acting as your personal business analyst, writes a complete executive report. Revenue summary, growth metrics, your key wins from the week, your top 3 priorities for the coming week, and a single one-line summary that tells you exactly where you stand. That report lands in your inbox before you have had your first coffee. You spend 5 minutes reading it. You know everything. You start the week with complete clarity. This is the kind of visibility that used to require a business analyst on staff. You are now getting it for the cost of a few cents in API fees. Workflow 5 is different from the others. The first 4 workflows each automate one thing. Workflow 5 ties all of them together into a single self-managing business system. Here is what happens. Every morning at 6 a.m., before you wake up, a master workflow runs across your entire operation. It checks that all your other workflows executed successfully overnight. It pulls last night's revenue numbers. It counts new leads. It checks what content was published. Then Claude takes all of that data and writes your morning command briefing. No fluff, no encouragement, just the facts. How the business performed, whether any system failed, and the single most important action you need to take today to move the business forward. You wake up, you have 1 email waiting, you read it in 2 minutes. You know exactly what to do. And while you were sleeping, leads were captured, emails were answered, content was scheduled, and revenue was tracked. That is what it means to have a business that runs itself. Not fully, not without your vision and strategy, but the machine handles the machine work, so you can focus entirely on the things that actually require a human being. Let us recap what we covered today. Workflow 1, automated content creation, gives you back 5 hours every week. Workflow 2, AI email responder, eliminates 2.5 hours of inbox management every single day. Workflow 3, lead capture and CRM, means you never lose another hot lead again. Workflow 4, weekly business report, gives you complete clarity every Monday morning. And Workflow 5, the full autopilot system, ties it all together so your business works while you sleep. That is over 20 hours a week, given back to you, to use however you want, to build, to create, to think, or just to live. The tools are available, the system works. The only question is whether you are going to build it. All the resources to get started with N8N and the Claude API are linked in the description below. Most of it is free. Subscribe to Life Insight Talks. Every Saturday, I break down the AI tools and strategies that are changing how smart entrepreneurs build their businesses. And I will see you in the next one.